Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. If I ask for a raise of hands, who among you would want to be a disciple of Christ? Perhaps, if not all, most of you would raise their hands. We want to be disciples of Christ. We want to follow Him. But today He lays out the requirements for following Him. If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. Take up your cross daily. What does this really mean? It would help us understand this. It would help us understand this when we look back at how Jesus, or any person sentenced to death at that time for that matter, and see how they took up their crosses. During the time of Jesus, criminals were sentenced to death via crucifixion. Usually, the condemned man, after being whipped or scourged, dragged the cross beam of his cross to the place of punishment, where the upright shaft was already fixed in the ground. Stripped of his clothing either then or earlier at his scourging, he was bound fast with outstretched arms to the cross beam, or nailed firmly to it through the wrists. The cross beam was then raised high against the upright shaft and made fast to it about 9 to 12 feet from the ground. Next, the feet were tightly bound or nailed to the upright shaft. A ledge inserted about halfway up the upright shaft gave some support to the body. Over the criminal's head was placed a notice stating his name and his crime. Death ultimately occurred through a combination of constrained blood circulation, organ failure, and asphyxiation as the body strained under its own weight. And so imagine the pain, the physical pain or torture, on top of the emotional, spiritual, and psychological pain. It wasn't only excruciatingly painful, it was extremely humiliating. So the question is, are you ready to take up your cross? Not because you're a criminal, but because you're standing up for Jesus. And taking up the cross daily means not just literally taking up a physical cross and being crucified, no, but to be prepared to face things like that in the name of your loyalty to Jesus. It means to be ready to endure the worst that man can do, that this world can do to us, for the sake of being true to Jesus. Persecution because of our faith. Are you ready to take that for the sake of Jesus? People mocking you because they think you're crazy to believe in Jesus. Are you ready to take that? Or this COVID pandemic hitting you and your families from all sides. Are you willing to endure this while remaining faithful to Jesus? Not questioning Him, not doubting Him, not turning your backs on Him? Or would you become one of those fair-weathered disciples who denied Him instead? Friends, whatever life gives us, be ready to endure. Persevere in the faith, for by our perseverance, we shall be saved. Amen.